Mike's Daily Podcast.
Welcome to Cafe Anyway. Oh my god. I hit click about 5
Anyway.
Oh my god, did you hear how long? Well, as soon as I said Cafe Anyway, that should have said anyway. That's how long it took this computer to...
Anyway.
That's scary, because that's the computer running the whole radio station. Yikes. That means Mike's going to have some fun today. Hey, it's Mike running a radio station and simultaneously bringing you a great show called Mike's Daily Podcast. I double task like you millennials do. You millennials do like 15 things at once. It's amazing to watch. Mike's Daily Podcast. Right? Yeah.
Right? Good.
That's what this show is called, Mike's Daily Podcast. And if your name happens to be Paul, thanks for listening to the show. It's episode 1672, 1672. And I'm looking at you podcast listener, you. Hey, here's an idea. Mike's Daily Podcast. Are you on Facebook a bunch? Are you a Facebooker? Then here's your idea for the day. Why don't you go to Daily that website podcast and you can find the Mike's Daily Podcast page. It's been up for, I don't know, frickin' 10 years now. Why are you dragging your butt? Like my dang show on Facebook.
Drop the just Facebook.
I mean, you're taking forever.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
You gotta be quicker than that.
We have a basic responsibility to protect people's data. And if we can't do that, then we don't deserve to have the opportunity to serve people. Thank
you, Mark. And as Mark was saying that, someone walked into Cafe Anyway. Hello, make a message, Madame Rootabega. Oh. What? Hello, Michael Mascio. This is Madame Rootabega. Oh, that's better. Now that sounds more awesome. Hey, Madame Rootabega, what's new? I don't know. There's someone else walking in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the banking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, we are completely behind Trump, and we think that it's the media that's causing all the problems. There.
Yeah, and we just got a new job. Do you know that? You guys got a new job? What is your new job?
We are bodyguards for Maxine Waters.
If you shoot me, you better shoot straight. There's nothing like a wounded animal.
Wait, you guys are...
And here's today's podcast picture.
You're Trump supporters and whatnot.
Yeah, but without Maxine Waters... I mean, Trump, Maxine Waters, it makes it very interesting. Very, very interesting. It makes it very interesting.
The United States.
With the two of them there.
Yeah, interesting. Do you know that? Okay, so you think that the whole media picking on Trump is...
You are fake news.
Fake news. Fake news.
Yeah.
I've been finding this a very fascinating argument I've been hearing from the right the past day. Oh, there's this guy, Mike Gallagher. He sounds like he's swallowing his own lip the whole time he's on his show.
This is a problem with America.
He doesn't have a southern accent. I've met Mike Gallagher, very nice guy. But when he's on the air, he sounds like he's swallowing his lip.
You've got to be kidding me.
It's ridiculous how he I don't know, he gets so excited or something, but he even brought up that Trump shoulda, woulda, coulda. He read this whole thing that somebody else wrote, but he agreed with it, that Trump he shouldn't have been throwing his major organizations, CIA, FBI, under the bus while he was and I like using that expression because that's what happened to me in Alabama. I did a whole podcast about that recently, so I won't go into it now. But it just, when I worked for Cumulus in Alabama, I got thrown under the bus for stupid little things that weren't my fault, that were the promotions guy's fault, who never did a lick of... But I digress. Here's the thing, is that the fake news, you know, they like to go back to that all the time. That's their go-to. Whenever anything's going wrong with Trump, whenever he's getting backlash from the public. Well, the public's having backlash because they're being misinformed. It's because they're being bombarded with the fake news. It's as simple as that.
You are fake news.
Fake news. Fake news.
Trump is doing a fantastic job. Look at the economy. Look how everything's going well. And yes, you are right. But there's some things he does wrong, and you cannot frickin' go and say it's fake news when in fact he stepped in the doo-doo. So that's what I heard yesterday. So many. That's all conservative media did was bash all media. This. What does that mean? Because the New York Times, the conservatives sometimes refer to the New York Times for their news. Sometimes we'll read an article like, this is what this says about Obama, and go into it. My point being that you should go to MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com and check it out. No, this is my point. Is there has got to be a day of reckoning, as there was for Trump, when people we're writing emails too much is the problem. We're writing too many memos. There was a point at a couple of companies I worked for where too many memos were being handed out, and none of them were getting read because there were too many being handed out. And that's the same thing with emails. There's too many emails going out. Here's the thing. My weekend job, which is no end of amusement for me. No end. And is wonderful grist for this show. That I have referred to things. The guy who does the schedule, apparently listens to the podcast now. And I talked about how he put in one of his emails that he sent out to all the other part-timers a clip from my podcast where I'm talking about him, though I didn't say his name, but I said the scheduler, so he knew who he was. And somebody who listens to this podcast regularly emailed me and said, which, by the way, you can email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. He emailed me and said, why don't you just punch that guy in the face? No. This is where things go crazy wrong. Violence. No, but he is, someone who listens to the show a lot, and he's like, gosh, this scheduler's messed. Why does he give you so much grief? Here's the thing, though, is there are companies that send out a lot of emails to a huge array of people when it should go specifically to one. If there is a problem at the company that someone is doing the problem, don't send the email to everyone. For example, there was a situation that happened this past weekend. And, well, I got an email. I guess because I'm part of the weekend staff. However, I was not there this weekend. I did not cause the problems that are being addressed as such in the email. So why was I part of the email chain? Why am I am I a supervisor now? Do I have some power? I wasn't even there. Why am I being told, though, everything got messed up this weekend? I don't understand that. Why are we being lumped in is the question. The lumping in scenario of email chains and whatnot. That just drives me crazy. No, you don't do that. You specifically, here's my whole point. When you send out a mass email to all the people, the entire staff, when it's only one or two people that have made the mistakes, address it to those people. To go and send an email to that one person. Talk to that one person who made the mistake. There's no need to send an email out to a bunch of people, including someone, yours truly, who wasn't even there this weekend. I don't even get it. It's too many. There's too many emails coming to me, and it's too simple to just suddenly go, oh, there's Mike's name. I'll click on that and attach him to the list of people that I send this to. No, there's no reason for me to get this email. It's too much time being wasted. And I think I've wasted enough time on that when I should be talking about lizard incidents. There was a lizard incident that happened on Monday when I was walking with my lovely lady friend. Or was it Tuesday? Yeah, Monday. And we were walking along, and suddenly I feel like I'm stepping on a hose, when in fact I was stepping on a lizard. But my lovely lady friend lets out this big scream, like, what the? Well, actually, it was more like this. Oh my gosh, I clicked it 5 seconds ago. Dang it. Literally, figuratively. I hit that, and the sound effect took 5 seconds to put, but you get the idea. So she let out a scream, and I'm free. I'm like, whoa! I thought I stepped on a snake, but in fact I stepped on a lizard. But he's okay. He walked away and gave me the finger. Gave me the lizard finger. And that's the name of my new band, Lizard Finger. But in the process, I jumped onto my other foot, and I kind of tweaked it, and the rest of the time I'm like, ow, ow, ow. But now it's fine, so everything's good. Can we get a little applause? Let's see. I'm going to click applause. Let's see how fast. I'm clicking it now. Oh, there we go. No lag time. Who needs lag time in today's world? That's my question. For some reason, women that are black, that are older, for some reason, I have an effect. I don't have an effect on any other demographic group, but my appearance, for some reason, how do I put this? They are attracted to me. I have this. For some reason, I've noticed this. What do I have? What do you call it? This effect that I have. I've noticed this now for several years, and it only got reaffirmed on Monday when a lovely lady who hails from Nigeria, and I then was talking to her, and she was smitten. That's all I gotta say. All right. Just got a text from someone who's going to be late. That's good. Hey, you know what? I guess that I brought that up. I guess, you know what? You probably have an allure to a particular demographic that you might find interesting. Let me know what it is. MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. Or you can always call me 336-MM-DAILY. Here, let me write back this guy. Okay. It's always late. What if, so back to this whole Trump thing, let me just say, if you say the sentence or put the whole, if you readjust the whole scenario and think, what if Obama did all this? What if Obama was all kissing Putin's butt on stage there in front of the world? What if Obama got all defensive like that? What if, that he'd be impeached in a second? And just the stuff that Trump gets away with is crazy. And Trump likes to say things like,
he's a showboat, he's a grandstander.
And what else does he say? I've got a bunch of them.
The United States.
And we got that one. And then we got one other one.
I will tell you at the time. I'll keep you in suspense.
And that's enough Trump for today. All right, I'll have to get to that onto another show. Oh, somebody was saying that the whole way the media is talking about Trump, it's like a kangaroo court. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Hey, I would rather hang out in a kangaroo court than with some of the idiots that have been chiming in about this whole Trump thing. Some of the conservatives. Dang it. Kangaroos are cute. Oh, the last thing I'd like to mention is the wonderful creativity, and I didn't even talk about the podcast picture, did I? Oh, yes. The podcast picture today is of the beautiful Cathedral of Christ the Light. Yes, the Roman Catholic Diocese of Oakland is right there, right across from Lake Merritt. I happen to be walking around that area over the weekend, and I got a picture of that beautiful cathedral. I never actually walked around the grounds. I still have yet to go inside, but you can see a picture of that at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Also on the Facebook page at the Mike's Daily Podcast has. And there's also a couple other Facebook pages that have to do with Mike's Daily Podcast. There's Cafe Anyway, There's into an interview, which I sometimes do. I haven't done in a while. It's too hard, and the people that I was getting on the interview was starting to get annoying. That I was starting to this show has, there's a limited window of time now that I have to do this show. So I do it like this, I do it like that, but I do it like this particular way. And unfortunately, the interview thing has fallen by the wayside. But you can hear past interviews at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. There's a bunch there. I also have The Last Place on Earth is another website, Facebook page rather, that I have that pertains to the show. And that's, The Creativity of the Matrix. That's right, as we were going outside a cafe anyway, as we are out here. That amazing movie with Keanu Reeves. And I didn't see the other two. I heard they kind of cheapened the movie, the whole premise. But when you watch that, and the whole, they go into this other, that the world that you know is a completely computer designed place. That was ahead of its time in many ways. Sure, it borrowed from other dystopian type movies, but oh my gosh, hey, how many movies and TV shows sprung from that stole that idea, or stole the whole, what you see, is it real? Those people are actually aliens all around you. You know, Westworld and everything else. It just seems... Hey, I guess that's all I got. My ideas are so disjointed. Martha Roby has won the Alabama House runoff after reconciling with Trump in a Republican primary election, for all you Alabamans listening to the show. And I listened to a podcast from, I think, February that I did. And I was going, gosh, I read too much. I'm like reading these news stories verbatim, and I don't like it. So that's why I'm not doing it. Except James Comey is urging the public to vote for Democrats. That only makes... that makes me slightly nauseous. It makes me mildly nauseous to think that I affected the elections. But James Comey's trying to affect the next elections, I guess. Hey, just gotta say about Maxine Waters.
If you shoot me, you better shoot straight. There's nothing like a wounded animal.
That's right. Next show, it's going to be the wonderful Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer. I didn't even get to Alexandria Ocasio, the beautiful Puerto Rican lady from New York State that won. Was it the Bronx, the Brooklyn area that she's won the primary for? She's yet to be elected, but she said something about unemployment that was a bit off. She was talking about, I know so many people working with 2 jobs, and the unemployment rate is going up, and something sounded a bit off. But give her a break. She's just getting started, and she's just getting, but you could say, Mike, give Trump a break. I see your point. But then again, this is a newcomer. Newcomers deserve she's a newcomer. Trump's been at it for what? He's been in office for 2 years, so he's not quite a newcomer. At any rate, I'll wrap up the show. And thank you for listening. This has been awesome. Don't send stupid emails out. Dang it.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.